Hello again, everyone. Time for another weekly update from NAGGL. I hope everyone that attended the conference last week had a safe and uneventful trip home. For those of you that were unable to attend, you missed a great program. The reviews of the conference content have all been excellent. So please put on the calendar to attend our fall meeting. One of the highlights was SBA's announcement that the 7A lenders could now use the alternative size standard in the 7A program. SBA estimates another 70,000 small businesses will now qualify for financing. It will make 7A size eligibility determinations much easier, much more efficient, and it fixes the problem for some borrowers who are able to qualify for a 504 loan, but then were unable to qualify for 7A working capital loans. The change is effective immediately and will last until September 30th, 2010, but we hope that before then SBA will decide to make the change permanent. Another highlight was the fact that the SBA and the Senate Small Business Committee staff directors all indicated a need for a larger loan size in the 7A program, perhaps even as large as $5 million. Such a change will require legislation, so it won't be anything that will happen anytime soon, but it is good to know there is broad support for larger 7A loans. More details on the fiscal year 2010 budget came out last week. The two main points are that the 7A program will no longer be on a zero subsidy. Costs of the program have increased, as you might imagine, given the state of the economy, but the administration proposes to cover the nominal cost with an appropriation of $80 million. The other option would have been to increase costs for lenders and or borrowers, a move that would have counteracted the recently passed stimulus bill. So we will be fully supportive of the administration's budget proposal for fiscal year 2010 that provides for a sufficient program level without raising any costs for borrowers or lenders. The other budget item to note was the subsidy rate for the standalone $35,000 ARC program. We anticipated a very substantial subsidy rate, and in fact that is exactly what it is. It came in just under 74%. That means the $255 million appropriation provided for the ARC program will leverage into only about $350 million in loans. The number of loans that can be made will depend on the final program parameters and ultimately the average loan size, but the number of loans could be as few as 10,000 or perhaps as many as 30,000, with the real answer somewhere in between those two. My guess is that we will have no more than a 3-month supply of funds before that loan pool is exhausted, so you'll want to get your ARC request in as quick as possible. But to quickly summarize the conference, it is clear that there is a new tone being set at SBA, and lenders left the conference optimistic that better days are ahead. Next week is Small Business Week, and NAGGL is proud to be a sponsor of Small Business Week activities. Greg Clarkson, Jane Butler, Larry Conley, and I will be in DC for the festivities. Another White House event has been scheduled for next Tuesday. This will be the second Small Business White House event in 2 months. That is unprecedented, and it highlights the facts that small business is the engine driving the U.S. economy, that small business is where Americans work, that overcoming this recession demands that we get small business back to work, and that the SBA can and must play a vital role in getting capital in the hands of small business. I anticipate that the administration will announce